Pessoal, um dos bônus do meu curso de Wholesale foi um call em grupo toda terça-feira com os alunos, e eu sempre tento fazer esse call o mais proveitoso possível. Então, o que eu tento fazer sempre é trazer convidados para falar, para dar dicas, informações e tudo mais. Um desses convidados, de algumas semanas atrás, foi o Nick. Para quem não sabe, Nick é o desenvolvedor do AsinZen, que para mim atualmente é a melhor ferramenta de análise de produtos na Amazon. Se você vende na Amazon, você conhece certamente o AsinZen. Então o Nick veio e falou direto com os alunos do curso, tirou várias dúvidas, deu super dicas, e eu resolvi colocar essa entrevista que eu fiz com ele, né, participando desse nosso grupo call, que é o bônus do curso de Wholesale, aqui disponível no meu canal do YouTube, porque tem muita informação valiosa, eu tenho certeza que vai ajudar vocês também, tá? Então fica aí até o final desse vídeo, que eu tenho certeza que você vai gostar.
Só tem que prestar atenção que às vezes também tem as variações, né?
Hi.
Hey, Nick.
Guys.
Hey, Nick, how are you?
I'm good. Sorry, I'm a little bit late.
That's okay. Guys, someone has a TV on. So I could put on mute. Everyone but you, Nick. So thank you so much for your time. Thanks for being here with us. So this call is a little bit different than the one that I did with you like a few months ago. So the other one was like public, was on YouTube and everything. So this one, it's only for the members of my training. So it's like a special for them. I mean, if you could like just introduce yourself a little bit. I mean, I think most of us know who you are, but it's always good to hear from you. Yeah, and then we have a few questions. If you could just let us know, and so we can take a better, we can use the AsinZen, which is awesome too, the best way possible for us.
Yes. Hi. So sorry I'm late. I was on a different calendar. But my name is Nick. I'm from AsinZen, and I'm currently supporting AZ Insight and also teaching people how to use it, or showing people how the best to use it.
There you go.
Agora entendi tudo que falou.
Uh,
I'm late.
guys, put on mute. Put on.
Atrasado? Não, daqui tá desligado.
Hold on.
Traduz pra mim. Cheguei atrasado porque...
Hold on, Nick.
O Simval não está em mute.
Okay. So, of course, everybody here speaks Portuguese. So I'll let whoever is comfortable asking question in English, they are more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, they're just going to put the question in Portuguese in the chat, and then I'm going to ask you. So I've been using AsinZen for over a year. For me, it's the best Amazon tool. It's out there. I always say it's like there's Amazon before AsinZen and Amazon after AsinZen, because you kind of like before you were in the dark, now you're in the light. You can analyze all the products. But I don't know. It's a very it's so much information in the tool, but of course, even though I've been doing this for so long and then having the tool for over a year, I still have a few questions. First of all, because it's coming up, in April, starting April 15, we cannot have meltable items on Amazon FBA anymore. So how accurate is the meltable sign that it shows on the product description?
We get that data directly from Amazon. So it's as accurate as possible. Whatever Amazon has on their catalog on the back end, when you go to ship it in and create an FBA shipment, and they say it's meltable, it comes from them, that information. So it's accurate 100% to what Amazon gives us.
Okay, so if I can just go to my inventory, because now I'm no longer shipping meltable to Amazon FBA, and also probably by next week I'm going to start to lower the price so I can sell it out, and remove my products there. So in the one thing that I want to do is just go in my inventory, open up the listings for the products that I know that might be meltable, and then working from that. So that's good. The other thing that it's always a question, and everyone, is how accurate is the sales estimate?
We just recently redid the sales estimation engine. Again, this is version, I think, 10 or 11, if I'm not mistaken. So we are, again, going into another version coming up that's going to account for variations, reviews, and various other data to help for like products that have variations like colors, different colors, but they share the same rank. When we can get information from Keepa and get historical data, we try our best to come up with a sales estimation for that product. We don't use current rank. We use more than current rank. We use sales, previous sales data. We use data that we have, real data that we have about a certain product. Now, there are categories that Amazon is playing games with, like they manipulate the data, they distort it, meaning they say the rank is this, but the truth it's not. One of the categories is grocery. You have to be careful because Amazon owns Wholesale Foods, this supermarket chain. What they do on certain products that they sell very well at Wholesale Food, they don't change the rank on Amazon.com because they know that people are using sales rank to kind of get sales estimations. So for some categories, you have to be a little careful. Grocery is one of them. Like groceries, sometimes there's the sales ranks are distorted, meaning that even the information that we have, it is not accurate, and we're building an engine right now called sales estimation distortion. So basically, we look at that, we see if Wholesale Foods and other types of Amazon, their own sellers are on there, and we see if it hasn't moved certain times or certain times of the month, and then we factor in kind of a distortion so that we give you more accurate data.
Wow.
But to answer your question, the data is as accurate as we can based on a lot of data points. I know there's other tools out there, Jungle Scout, Helium 10, that you can look at, but you have to be very careful because some people go to the Jungle Scout free site and they put in a rank and a category, and that is not accurate at all. Jungle Scout gives you very bad data on their free site. If you go into their real paid tool, you'll see different numbers. So we are, I would say Jungle Scout is the closest that we've seen to our numbers. I can't speak about Helium 10. I've seen their numbers all over the place. So I would say our numbers, we have some data points that we compare to. Right now, we're about 10 to 15% off that we found from real numbers, from private label products that we know the numbers for. When we do our algorithm, we see that we're about 10 to 15% off. But remember, there's those tricky categories. There are some categories that I admit we are very wrong for, like the grocery, so, and we're building a new version of the sales estimation engine to account for that. And then sometimes on variations, like if you have a hat that has blue, red, the Amazon will not give different ranks, but we can look at other data points like review percentages to kind of say, okay, the red one sells more than the blue one. So
it's interesting you said about the groceries. And so what you mean, so you need to, because I sell a lot of groceries, probably, I don't know, 70% of my inventories are grocery. So now I have to watch out every time I see
Wholesale Foods.
The Wholesale Foods in the listing. So I got to watch out, right? I got to, analyze deeper to make sure it's correct or not. So it's.
Yes, if you see the Wholesale Foods, that's an indication Amazon might be hiding something.
I may hiding something. See, guys?
Yeah.
It's a way to work the call, man. Just that information is a way to work for the call. And also, you mentioned about the variation. I was about to ask you that as well. I know our previous call, you told me that you were like working on the another update, and I think you just mentioned that because also, I mean, I know the number of reviews is the same, the rank is the same, but if you change the variation on the listing, a lot of times the estimates, the sales estimate change too.
Yes, if we can get data, see, here's the difference. Like other tools, they just use the rank of the parent ASIN. We don't do that. If we have the data that we can use from Keepa and other places, we use that data because it will change, So if you look at some other tools, if you put in the rank and the category for that ASIN, it will tell you no matter what the variation, the sales estimations are the same.
Yeah.
We don't do that. We don't do that. We look at if there's data for the red hat that's different from the blue hat, we then calculate and use sales estimation. So that's why you'll see different sales estimations between the variations.
Okay, then if it changes, if the sales estimate change between the variation, it means that the listing has enough data for you to calculate,
yes.
Right? So I don't have to go manually and check the reviews, number of reviews for each, because the AsinZen already did that for me. So I can count on the sales estimate that is showing there.
Yes, right now we're looking at this historical data.
Okay.
In the new version that's coming up, it's going to actually look at the reviews and ratings. Right now, if for the variations, it's going to look at the historical data of that variation. Okay. So we do that in the background. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Another question is that people asked me earlier. It's when it says NA, not applicable. So under what situation the AC Insights is going to show that?
When the product is not in a category or we cannot get the category, we're also building a fix for this coming up in the next version where we will let you set the category. For example, sometimes people are creating ASINs and they're putting them with no category, or they're putting them in a category and Amazon removes that category. So it doesn't have a category for us to analyze it in. Or another case is when an ASIN doesn't have enough data, either because it's been moved to another category and Keepa did not transfer the data that goes with it, or it's a new listing and it just doesn't have any historical data that we can kind of look at. So that's when we don't give you any numbers. But in the next couple versions, what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, this hat is close to this other hat. And we're going to kind of be able to tell you, hey, we can estimate its sales based on its position in that category to a similar product. Let's say Nike, Adidas. They're both the same kind of hats. They have the same kind of rank. We will compare that and say, okay, this Adidas doesn't have a sales data for it, but we'll kind of think it's around this in its sales rank.
Okay. Yeah, what I like about you guys is you are always like a few steps ahead of us. So I'll give an example. Like a couple of days ago, no, yesterday, my VAs told me, Gustavo, I can't see the sales estimate on my AsinZen, and then I open up my AsinZen. There's like I couldn't see the sales estimate either. And then I'm gonna open up a support ticket here, and then I look under the box. I was like, if you can't see the sales estimate, click here to learn how to add it on. So damn, the guys are good. They already put that on. So
we use the software every hour of the day, every minute of the day. We use it more than anyone. Well, there's probably people that use it just as much as us. But yeah, we care and we use the program every day. It's important to us that we give a good product to our users and to sellers, because you need this and to do your job.
Great. For the FBM shipping, how's the shipping being calculated for the FBM section?
In the calculator, we have options on how you want us to calculate it. We basically say, do you want to use UPS rates? We give you the option to use carrier rates or to use a flat cost based on weight. So we have inside the calculator settings on the gear icon. When you click on the gear icon and then you go to calculator settings, there is a menu. Yeah, there we go. So under calculator settings, yep. And then let's go into, yes, exactly right here, shipping cost to buyer. So here you can tell the calculator if you want to use UPS first class, or if you want to use it based on the weight. So if it's under a pound, you can use UPS first class. If it's over a pound, you can use the flat rate. Or you can, on the top, you can turn off the shipping cost to buyer, or use the checkbox like you have, where you can put in you can estimate and put it manually. Like say, for example, yeah, exactly. Let's say this is a very light item. It might be $3, so you can estimate it that way. But we give you using the UPS rates.
Yeah, I added that because I noticed, I think you guys fixed, I don't know if it was a bug or something, or what is the settings, but a lot of items was coming up, the shipping cost was like $15.50 for a lot of items, when I knew for a fact that I could ship the item for much less, like $8 max. I said, no, let me add this, and then so I can add manually the cost for the item. So that's why I add that. And also, since we set up the call, so let me ask him to make sure. But I'm going to go over the settings here and make sure it's correct also.
So send me that ASIN. I'll definitely double check it after this call to make sure that we're giving the correct information. But the way we calculate things is used based on dimensions of product. And that's how USPS, the post office, the US Post Office, calculate. So we don't only look at the weight, we look at the dimensions, because the post office says, hey, if it's this big, you have to put it in this kind of box. They have their own rules. But definitely if it's giving you like weird numbers or wrong numbers, then we definitely need to fix it. It might be something.
I'll let you know next time I see it again.
Yes, please.
I'll let you know. One thing that I noticed, Nick, that I was about to tell you also, for the small and light, on the ASIN, the ASIN inside, it's fine. You already updated to $8, but for the app, it's still showing as $7.
For Scan Easy?
For Scan Easy app, yeah. So if you want to calculate the small and light profit, if it's over $7, it says small and light must be less than $7, less or equal to $7.
Yeah, the app. Are you using the Apple version or the Android?
The Apple version.
Yeah, Apple is. We had a problem with Apple. They didn't push out a new version, and they kept on canceling it. They had some kind of issues, but I think we pushed it finally. It should be updated today or tomorrow. I believe it should be updated. Great. So yeah, we had some problems. Apple had some issues on their back end, some developers or something. I don't know, but they were giving us a lot of problems to update our software, our Scan Easy.
I used a couple days ago, and I noticed that. Also, how accurate is the prep instructions here?
Comes from Amazon. So that's directly from Amazon, and that needs improving. We're going to change the messages, because when it says must provide seller SKU, we can also add some more information inside there. But those come straight from Amazon. When you click on that button, we call Amazon and say, hey, give us prep instructions for this ASIN.
Okay, yeah, because this is good, guys. If you guys don't know, I mean, I use that all the time. especially my VAs, because I tell them, you know, you got to find product for a certain amount of profit, but, you know, you also need to see how's the prep for that product. You know, if I'm making $1.50, but it's I have to put a poly bag or a bubble wrap, maybe it's not worth it for me. You know, so and then they can, even if they are in Brazil working for me, they can see right away what kind of prep the product needs. So you just click here. Whoever doesn't know that, if you click here, it's going to tell you exactly what prep do you need for this item. So it's really good. Let me see. Myself, I think you answer all my questions. I want to see if any of them has any question for you. They all shy now. They're all talking.
I'd like to ask a question, Nick.
Yes.
If you don't mind. You said the new version is coming up. When is coming up? And if it's for the regular users, or it's something different?
The new version, the new sales estimation engine, that should be in the next month or month and a half. We're pushing to release it. We have to test it. One of the biggest things about us is we have a lot of things that are done, but there's a lot of testing that we need to do to make sure that, you know, we give you a good product. So a month to a month and a half, I'm hoping that we can release the sales estimation version number 12, which has the distortion and the takes into account the variations, review rate data, and should hopefully have the compare similar products, where if we get an NA, we can give you an option to see a comparable product sales estimation.
And will it be integrated automatically, or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
No problem.
You guys working in something new, or I mean, any new tool, anything to add to the AsinZen as well, like this Chrome extension, something that we can add. Just like I think I have all the extras you guys offer. So I have the notes. I have the so here. I don't use all of them, but I have this one.
The custom alerts.
Custom alerts. I have the notification, which is really good. So
yes.
that's a way for me to tell my VA. So do not order this product anymore. You know, do not order if the buy box is less than this and that. So I always communicate through this. So it's really good. So you guys.
Yeah, we do have some new features. We have I just wanted to also tell you as well, and your group of folks, is we are no longer charging for any plugins or anything like that. We are now giving everything for free. So everything is now going to be for free. If anyone paid for any of the plugins, just email us and we'll give you a refund for the plugin if you paid for it. But we stopped all the paid plugins. So now everything in our software is going to be for free. We're now adding a time machine where you can see what you viewed, all the ASINs. Every time you go to an ASIN, it will record that and you can add notes. So for example, if you saw this product today, it will record the price, the buy cost and sell price, and the profit that you got. And you can go back in time and kind of look at what you looked at and what the profit was. So you can see, oh, this was 2 months ago, this had a good profit, now it doesn't.
Wow, that's great.
So we're adding that time machine feature inside the software, and we're making notes much easier to use. We're also releasing a Google Sheets add-on that you can install directly on Google Sheets that will talk to AZ Insight, so you can pull data from AZ Insight into your Google Sheet. Like for example, if you have a Google Sheet and you have a row of ASINs and you want to find out what the sales estimation for those are, you just drag this arrow down and you can get all that directly into your Google Sheet. So you don't need to go to the tool back and forth, because a lot of people use Google Sheets, and we know that adding a Google Sheets add-on program will help people with their workflow.
That's great. For the quantity of the inventory, does that account for their in transit or not? It's just whatever the seller has in stock at that moment.
So we try to give what's called the pass the buy box, but it was not very reliable. There is some talk that Amazon is going to give us API access to the stock quantity. So we are watching that right now on Amazon's forums and API documentation. Right now, we can only get what the cart can give you. So the stock will only go up to whatever the seller will sell you at one time. So basically, if a seller has 81 products in stock and only wants you to buy 10, you will only see a 10 there. You have to
but then it's going to show here like stock limit, right?
Correct. Yes, it's going to show that, and then but you don't know the total, the 80.
Yeah.
Amazon is talking about giving us the total now in their forum. So once they give us this, then this will become much more accurate. So we can see exactly how many a seller has. But again, it's all up to Amazon. If they want to give us the data, then we'll get the data. But there's no other way to get this kind of data from the website or from the back end.
Okay. All right. Guys, you guys have any questions? That's the moment. That's the time. Got the guy.
I do have. Can I?
Yeah, of course.
Hi, Nick. I'm Lely. We had many meetings.
Yes, I remember.
How are you?
I'm good.
I would like to ask you, sometimes I see a huge difference between estimated monthly sale between AsinZen and Amazon Scout, and how I should manage that.
So you're seeing the number, the sales estimations different from
Yes, the numbers.
AsinZen. You're comparing it with the Keepa drops? Is that what you're looking at?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a video for this, and we can also translate it too in Portuguese. But the Keepa drops are a misconception. Sometimes a lot of people think that drops equate to sales, and we have done a lot of research where we have seen that that is not the case. So Amazon doesn't drop a sales rank every time there's a sale. They don't drop it every time there's 5 sales. Sometimes they wait and drop it after there's a certain number of sales. Wow. So the Keepa drops are a little bit dangerous to be honest with you, because I know that that's the only information we have. A lot of people make sales estimations based on them, but it's not the case. We've seen, like, for example, I have a friend who has a private label product. His sales estimation has not dropped in the last 2 months. His rank of his product has not dropped in the last 2 months. He sold over 500,000 products in the last 2 months, but Amazon has not shifted his sales rank. So why do they do that? We're not sure. It's all over, and we've seen this on many other products where the sales drops show 10, but we're only showing an estimated sales of maybe 5, because 10 does not really mean that because they dropped it, they have more or less sales. So to answer your question, I need to do a video and show real examples of this and kind of show you. It depends on also the category. We have learned that Amazon's different categories are handled differently. Home and kitchen, for example, is updated faster than automotive is updated. And home and kitchen is updated faster than baby products. For some reason, the ranks between the categories are also handled differently in terms of how fast they update. So I know it's a lot, but I want to explain it in an easier way and show how you need to look at the bigger picture, not just sales rank drop.
Wow, that's
Okay,
something.
thank you.
No problem.
Hello, good evening. Hi, everyone. Nick, I wanted to ask a question. It might be a little bit simplistic because I haven't used it before, AsinZen before. But I wanted to ask about its features. Are there like different tiers of features or pricing tiers and paywalls that certain features are hidden behind, and connected with that? Because I know you said that I don't know if it's currently or expected to be in the near future to not charge for the plugins. But as far as I believe most of us here might be somewhat in the beginning of the process or the journey, what recommendations you would make as far as certain plugins or features that would be good to use in the beginning to kind of accelerate and get us to the next step, you know?
Great question. So we have two versions of AZ Insight. One version is called the Plus, which is just the seller restrictions, hazmat, and the IP alerts. So this is for someone who's maybe already using another calculator like RevSeller or something like that, that just wants that information. Then the other version of AZ Insight is the Pro. The Pro comes with everything we have. There are and going forward, there are no plugins or any things that we charge. What you pay for Pro is everything. We give you the whole thing. So the features that I like are the notes. I like my custom alerts. For example, I put for Nike, I put custom alerts. Those are the features that I like. There's also other features like the Insight 360, which is you can reverse search a product. So if you're on a supplier site like Target, Cabela's or something, you can select the title and it will find the product on Amazon and show it to you on the side of the screen.
Oh, nice.
So those are the features I like. We're adding features starting this month. Our development cycle is starting again. So we're adding more features like the time machine and some other features to keep making it better. But if you start, we now have a monthly plan. And for sellers who don't have a professional account, we now offer a way for you to use AZ Insight without a professional account. So if you have an individual account and you're just starting off slowly and you want to, test before you start selling, we now give you the ability to use the software on a monthly trial, on a monthly subscription with no MWS keys. So you can, get started. And once you get up and going, you can switch to a different version annually or put in your seller ID and MWS keys.
Oh, okay. And those features like the time machine that you mentioned, those will be introduced first into the Pro version or into both?
The Pro version has these features. The Plus version just has the seller restrictions, the hazmat, and the IP claims. So the time machine doesn't really apply to the Plus version because the Plus version doesn't have the calculator. The Pro version has the calculator, stock checker, variations viewer. So
okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah, and you can always upgrade. I just want to say, you can always upgrade from the Plus to the Pro, and we credit you. So if you paid for the Plus and you want to try the Pro, we will basically give you your credit for what you paid for the Plus to the Pro. So you don't have to buy a new subscription.
So the link I have that I post on the group, they still are able to get a discount, right?
Yes, yes, we still honor, of course, your discount, yes.
And under that link, are they able to choose monthly or annually?
Yes, we don't have any discounts right now for monthly. We will introduce some discounts, and I'll talk to you about that too. But right now, the discounts that we have are for yearly. But we're also going to introduce some discounts for monthly for people who, you know, just want to get started and don't have a lot of money, and they want to just get to work and build some income first before they start investing into the tools.
It's a month-to-month, right? So they don't have to be 12 months in or 6 months in. They just
correct. Yeah, just month to month. That's it. You can use it month to month. We have no problem.
See, Amelie, do you have AsinZen?
No, I'm fine. Pelo que eu estou entendendo, ele está apresentando a nova versão. Eu pago um anual agora, né?
Só queria saber se você tem ou não, porque a gente estava falando de tools, você falou que não tinha algumas ferramentas.
Não, tô bem, não tem problema. Tá bom? Obrigada.
And I was just asking her because before you jump in the call, she was talking about some tools that she was trying to save some money in tools. I said, no, don't do that. No, tools, it's an investment. So I just want to make sure that she's already working with AsinZen.
Yeah. And just reach out. We're very helpful. We understand everybody's financial situation is different, and we want to adapt, and we want to. I'd be selling on Amazon is hard, right? So we want to make it as easy as possible. We don't want us to be the hardest part.
We appreciate that.
Make it as yes.
We really appreciate that. So anyone else has a question? Bruno, go ahead.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Hello? Okay, good. Hey, Nick, I'm talking to you from Europe. May I have a question related to European marketplace? Oh, great. The issue I'm facing, when there is a drop box when you want to see the price related to all the European marketplace, but sometimes, most of the time, when I see the price of UK, but the other marketplace it's showing offers, but the price is 0. Are you aware of this, or maybe I'm doing something wrong? And any issue I face from my side, not from the software side? Did you get my point?
I will test this, but I don't think there's I've seen that no one else has reported this issue. It could be perhaps your account is not configured correctly, Bruno. I'll take down your name, and I will look at your account and reach out to you. But yeah, you should be able to see all the prices from all the European marketplaces, not just UK. So you can compare between Spain, Germany, and France, and Italy, and all those other marketplaces.
Okay, great. My second question, I have been using the AsinZen also for a reversal that you just mentioned. But the problem, it was working very well. However, a week ago, when I click on the button, I think the right button that show up in the right hand, the box that you can put the price, and then you can select the icon that you can fill the box to calculate to open the calculator. But the problem, when I click on this icon, all disappear. And
it might be an extension. If there's another extension that might be conflicting, causing this issue, you know, like there might be another extension that basically is causing AZ Insight to working correctly. I can give you instructions on how to disable all the extensions you have and see which one is the problem one. This is very common when you have many Amazon extensions. Sometimes they conflict. Like we try to test our software with as many extensions that we know are popular, like Helium 10 and all these other ones. But sometimes we don't test them with all the extensions out there because there are many. So if you can do me a favor, I'll send you an email on how to kind of disable all the extensions and figure out which one is causing this issue. Because this sounds like an extension issue where our extension is trying to work, but something is blocking it.
Okay, I understood. All right, thank you, Nick.
No problem, bro.
I can show him how to disable the extensions.
Yeah, if you can, yeah, sure. There's Extensity. Perfect, excellent.
Yeah. Nick, I don't think anyone else has a question. I want to, just thank you for your time. Thank you one more time to, being here with me and, helping us to understand more and more the AsinZen, which we really appreciate. And that's it. Did you go to Vegas last weekend?
No, I couldn't. We have my wife's immigration case, so we had to go to the immigration office. So
yeah,
we couldn't make it.
Yeah, I didn't make it.
I have a question. I did have a question for you guys. So we are looking at translating all the buttons on AZ Insight to different languages, and Portuguese is one of them. And my question was, how much of the information on the extension should we translate to Portuguese? Because I know, I speak Greek too, and I speak two different languages, and sometimes I use English and Greek. And how much of the extension would you like to see in Portuguese to help?
Guys, anyone? I don't mind in English,
So I can, for my view, you don't need to translate everything to Portuguese in the AsinZen extension, but the instructions or the helps, it's a good one, because the buttons and to use the AsinZen in the Amazon is easy, it's not complicated to understand the box, to understand the things, it's easy to use. But to read the help channel or to read the support, something like that, I guess it's a good call.
Yes, we recently moved to a new help desk that supports multilingual, and the first language we did was Portuguese. So all the articles are also in Portuguese, and now I'm getting a piece of software to change the language on the videos as well. So the videos I do are in English, but we can have the voice button where you click and you can listen to it in Portuguese. We have subtitle, but no Portuguese voice.
That's cool. I mean, it's good to know that you think of the Portuguese audience as well. I know we've been growing every time more and more sellers, Brazilian sellers on Amazon, and we appreciate having that.
I have one other thing for you guys is we would like to start taking names of people that would be interested in testing the Brazilian version of AZ Insight for Amazon.br. We are now building our database, which is going to tag products and keep track of the sales. We're building a Keepa for Brazil. So we are looking for, in a little bit, we're going to be looking for beta users to test out the Brazilian version the version of AZ Insight that works on Amazon.br.
Well, I'm not selling in Brazil at the moment. I sold last year a little bit. So is anyone here selling in Brazil?
Yes, we are applying to selling, but it's not selling yet. But we are in process because myself and my partner Kevin, we are leaving Brazil, so we will start selling in Amazon. Brazil.
What data do you use right now to Eduardo? What data do you use right now to kind of research products on the BR marketplace?
Right now, we are not use any data, just to checking the products. It's our experience, our background is with Mercado Livre. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, he knows.
Mercado Livre.
Yes.
Yeah, so in Mercado Livre we have some parameters in the page that we can analyze some products, but in Amazon we don't have these for here in Brazil. I not use any data before for Amazon.
Okay, that's interesting. So maybe we could see if Mercado can give us some data to kind of match up with the Amazon products since they have history.
Yeah, that'll be great. I think you guys will be the first, right? Because I know Keepa, it's no longer providing data for Amazon Brazil, correct?
Yes, they are not, and they don't care to do it on certain marketplaces, which that's why we're building our system, which will track the rank. We're gonna first start with the popular products, and then we're gonna build out the catalog to get the rest of the products. But that is the back end of it is being built now. We hired a master database engineer, so these pieces are now coming together to be able to do this.
Yeah. So I currently not selling in on Amazon Brazil, but I know a few people that sells really good there. So if you need some names, let me know and I can give it to you. So they've been selling for a while. They're like big sellers, Mercado Livre, and also are good sellers on Amazon Brazil. So they live in Brazil. So they are in Brazil. Yeah. So that's.
I'll reach out to you when we're ready. I'll reach out to you.
Yeah, just let me know. I'll give some names. Okay. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah, Nikki, if you need any help, with the Portuguese or recommendation, anything, I am here in the United States, but I do speak Portuguese. I'm happy to help you.
Thank you. I'll reach out to you.
Ευχαριστώ.
Ευχαριστώ. Παρακαλώ.
All right, Nick. So I'll let you go. And once again, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for being here with us. And I think you answer a lot of questions. It was really worth it. Good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.